Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your channel AC Astro, and today's video is about the first eclipse, and that is a lunar eclipse of the year 2024. That is on the 25th March 2024, when there is a celebration of Holi also. So, how this lunar eclipse will impact all 12 ascendants, and so many other questions which is going in the mind of every person, round, 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 round. So, let's welcome Akash Chauhanji to solve all these puzzles. Let Akash ji, Namaskar, Ram Ram.
Namaskar, Rohiji Ram Ram. Thank you so much for calling me. Rohiji, lunar eclipse is the first event of this year. If you see moon and the eclipse here right now, this is going to be an eclipse that is going to be called a penumbral lunar eclipse. That means the partial shadow surrounding. It's not a complete lunar eclipse, but yes, this is an eclipse, so it creates problem for sure. In 2024, there are four eclipses, two being lunar and two being solar. Now, this lunar eclipse is coincidentally happening on the day of Holi in India. India Holi 24th and 25th is what they are celebrating, and this is when the eclipse is going to happen.
Hmm.
Now, it is very good because as solar eclipse we cannot see from the naked eye. Here, lunar eclipse can be seen by naked eye, but in very uh, you know very different areas of the world, nothing in India. It is said that according to Vedas, it says that whenever moon comes in direct opposition to sun and under the influence of Rahu and Ketu, there is an eclipse. So here it is coming under the influence of Ketu in Virgo in Hasta Nakshatra, where this eclipse is supposed to happen. Ruji, on top of that, if you say when it is going to happen, here 24th of March 9:54 is Purnima Tithi, which begins, then it ends on 25th of March 12:29 p.m. Now the first contact of moon will be on 10:24 a.m. March 25th. Maximum lunar eclipse, maximum, then the moon will almost cover 95%, 97% of the earth is 12:43 p.m. And after 3:01 p.m. it will be ending. So that means 10 to 3, 5 hours of lunar eclipse is going to happen. Now, as per Dik Panchang, the lunar eclipse will be visible in Germany, England, France, Holland, Switzerland, Ireland, Spain, Belgium, South Norway, Japan, the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Arctic, and Antarctica, and the eastern parts of Russia. So, other than these places, very rare places is where it will be seen. In India, there is no stress at all because there is no lunar eclipse which is happening. But still, according to our traditions, whenever Grahan happens, we have to be careful, Rohit. Your voice, I
So,
cannot hear. Rohit. Yeah.
so there is a no Sutak in India, or there is a Sutak timing in India?
There is no Sutak timing in India because there is astrologically there is no impact on in India on of this Grahan. There is there is not major impact on of Grahan in India. That is what I
Okay.
can say.
So basically, you and me both say, if you are in Canada, I'm in India. So we both have this eclipse impact. And
No,
the
Rohit,
next thing,
but understand that during the eclipse, whatever happens, if it is visible, not visible, but still, according to our shastras,
mm,
that we have to be careful in some areas of life,
yes, and
which we'll be discussing
the
in for everyone today. Yeah.
okay. Now the next question, what going on, in the maximum people's mind, that will it impact the celebration of Holi, because very big festival and eclipse is on that day? Is it
So
going
it
to
will
impact?
not. Honestly, it will not affect Holi at all. But there is a thin line here. When people who are pregnant, who are very vulnerable, very small kids, someone who's going through a lot of health problems, someone who's going through depression, such kind of people may much not be getting exposed outside. See, there is nothing happening. It's not going to be seen here in India, but
Hmm.
other places also. Our people are watching us from all over the world. So that places we have to be careful. You will be able to enjoy Holi at the fullest, but make sure that during the eclipse, when it is very, very at peak, the timing that we discussed, those people who do not know the timings can go on drikpanchang.com. Just write your location and the date, and you will get all the details at when your what is the timing that your eclipse will be happening. In North America, Rohit, see, in India, it is happening at what we say, if you see here, it is 9:54 a.m, right, Rohitji? So here it will be almost 10:30 p.m. So in Canada, where I am, so it's on
Mhm.
obviously we'll be sleeping that time, so it's not going to impact in that way. But other than that, those who are in daytime, they have to be very careful. They can enjoy the Holi festival, but make sure, if mostly Holi is celebrated in India, in the night no one will be celebrating in North America. So during 12:29, I think, uh, 10:24 a.m till 3 a.m, not 10 to 3. After 3 o'clock play Holi, or before 10 o'clock play Holi. This is what I would
Mm,
suggest. uh, because you never know,
mm,
the effect of lunar eclipse. Even if it is not seen, it is still effect is there, right, Rohitji?
Effect is there, right? And any other precautions which we need to take care before eclipse and after eclipse, like?
So, Rohitji, it is said that, according to our Vedas, Shastras, it says that we should have a shower. We should always shower before the eclipse and also after the eclipse is done.
Okay,
Other
okay.
than that, we should not cook food. We should not chop anything. We should not do any kind of sewing. The sewing machine should not be used, or needles should not be used. Injection should not be. Now, those who are into very much vulnerable state that they are supposed to die and they need an injection. So, doctor is the king. We are not the king. Doctor says that take it to take it. But other
Mm-hmm.
than that, those people who take insulin on regular basis, they should avoid taking it during this time.
Especially pregnant women.
Yeah, that's what I'm coming. Pregnant women, very, very small children, they should not step out of the house. They should be in closed curtain. And a very common mantra, Rohiji, during this time is Kleem, Kleem, Kleem Krishna, Kleem.
Claim.
Yeah.
Mm.
Why
Mm.
Krishna, Rohiji? Tell me.
Mm. I don't know.
What
There should there must be
what is
any
Lord
story.
Rama? What is Lord Rama represent? Sun.
Sun, Suryavanshi.
What
Yes.
does Lord Krishna represent?
Chandravanshi. Yes.
Moon, exactly. That's why claim Krishna, claim to get more power around you, to make an
Mm.
aura around you, so that you can benefit from this kind of time. Rohiji, I'll tell you something very important. In the
Mm.
lunar eclipse and in the solar eclipse, lot of tantric vidhis are also done to get siddhis or powers, because dark forces are active also during this time. So to have a little bit of protection from them, claim Krishna, claim is very important. Rohiji.
Mm. Thank you. Okay.
Any more questions you have, Rohiji?
Okay, holy thing. I have a doubt about that. You cleared that Sutak thing. You clear and very beautiful. This mantra is common for all 12 ascendants. What
Yes,
that
it is
is?
common for all 12 ascendants.
Or
Uh,
12 ascendants.
Clean, Krishna clean.
Hmm.
Everything is common during the eclipse for everyone, mostly in the rituals area. But there are some impact, because Ketu will be coming into the close association of moon, and it will impact some places, for which I
Hmm.
will tell you, for all the 12 ascendants. Shall we move on,
Okay.
Luigi, if your doubts are
Uh,
clear?
yes, my doubts are clear. And do you think it's also being said that after eclipse there should be any, dan, dakshina, charity, and in temples and
So
all?
generally, it is considered that after the eclipse is done, a little bit of dan has to be done, a little bit of
Hmm.
charity has to be done.
Hmm.
Nowadays, Rohitji, people do online charity. I have,
Hmm.
oh, I met someone, appointment with someone. She takes
Hmm.
care of dogs in all over the world. She's
Very
giving
good.
so much money, online. I told her that give money, no problem, but also verify the organizations that you're giving to. Hai na? Some people are just taking
Hmm.
salary out of that money which you're donating.
These days are online fraud days, so yeah, this is very good to check,
So
cross check.
best is everyone go to the temple with little bit of prasad. After the eclipse, you can cook kheer or you can cook something sweet and
Oh.
go and give it there. It is holy day. Go to Lord Shiva's temple. Shiva also
Hmm.
very big, because Chandra is on the head of Lord Shiva. So
Yes.
anything related to Lord Shiva. If you do Om Namah Shivaya jap, also very simple, very basic,
Very nice.
that
Very
will
nice.
also help you too much.
Hmm. Thank you. I think everything covered now.
ठीक है रोहित जी, if anyone has any questions they can comment below and we can reply to
Yes.
them. So that
Hmm.
is perfect, that is what we are here for. Now
Hmm.
let's move on to the signs and what is happening. Now for Aries ascendant people, lunar eclipse is happening on the 25th of March in the 6th house for you. Now Rohit ji, I know I should not miss anything, that's why I have put all the things that are majorly seen from the 6th house here. Because of the eclipse, your mind will not be in your control. Moon is the mind, and here things related to health is number priority. If there is any kind of health issues, or if there is any kind of trouble in your health and any indication that happens on 24th, 25th, 26th, immediately you should be looking or seeing a doctor, because this is a time that your health is vulnerable. Depression can be a part during this time because moon is getting afflicted. Debts, there can be a little bit of fear of debt enemies, obstacles. And workplace is the most important place where you should be considering to not take any major decisions because of this eclipse. In fact, sun on the other hand is also in the 12th house with Rahu, which is entering into a solar eclipse, on 8th of April. So that means, you know, both the places, sun and moon, are somewhat afflicted, which is the king and the queen of your chart. So here, this affliction can bring lot of challenges in daily routine and tasks. So what we need to do, number one is those who are pregnant, do not go step out of the house. Number one is this. Second, those who are into any kind of health conditions like heart patients and stuff like that, they should also not go out of the house. They should stay in darkness. Okay, in the day also put all the curtains and stay with lot of protection. Don't use knife, any kind of needles, anything to cut, any eating any food, everything is should be avoided during this time, because food should be covered through, not in glass containers. It should be there in proper steel containers or any kind of containers that can hold it. So that is what is more important for all the Aries ascendant people, especially in a health area. Medicines should be kept somewhere inside some wooden box or something, because this is the time that medicines also can, take the negative energy of this kind of a placement. So what we need to do, these are the things that we need to do. And hopefully this is a video mostly about protection, what kind of protective measures you should take. Okay, because eclipse is not a good phenomenon, it is a challenging phenomenon. It is a time of nothing greatness. It is a time of just, praying to God, just making sure that, what does an eclipse mean? An eclipse means that there is light after darkness, that is called eclipse. So you should always, in this darkness, you should make sure that you take the name of the holy Lord, whatever religion you belong to, take their name, and hopefully you do not get too much affected. That is what our wish is, and we pray for it. All the best. Thank you. Those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe, become a part of our family. It feels very nice to see so many new family members joining every day. And do write subscribe below so that we know and we can welcome you to our family. For Taurus ascendant people, here eclipse is going to happen in your fifth house. If you go in the beginning of the video, I have discussed everything related to the eclipse. Here, this eclipse can impact things like your creativity, any problem in the children area, any romantic relationship that is going on. There can be a little bit of hiccup in that area. Now, here you have to re-access your creative projects and expression. Many people are taking wrong advantage of you. You have to re-access yourself. You have to come to a point that say that, okay, man, listen, I have to stop something. This is the time to just put a reset button and start using your brain in a more productive manner for your complete life, every aspect of your life. Make sure that you, people with Taurus ascendant, right now in this time, especially during the eclipse, give priority to their needs rather than other people's. Here, this deals with the house of children. Do not try to conceive during this time. In fact, do not try to conceive even in the solar eclipse, because it is happening exactly opposite, and sun is going to be putting an aspect here. So such people should not conceive. There are high chances that the child can be a little bit challenged. On the other hand, romantic life, there can be some kind of mind games, or mind will come into illusion. Some kind of wrong judgment about your romantic partner can happen, so be very careful. This house is also very important house related to speculative gains, that is stock market. So 24th, 25th, 26th, not to make any major decisions in stock markets or stuff like that, because here you can be coming into some kind of a scam, or some losses, big losses can happen. In fact, the world is only, it's not only you that is afflicted, the whole world is afflicted through this grahana, and it can create big challenges all over the world. Even the stock market and the many sensexes will fall down during this time, so don't do anything major. Education wise, application to new or universities and things should be avoided. It should be a complete rest period. Mostly all the Taurus ascendant people should be at this moment praying to Lord Ganesha. है ना? Lord Ganesha is your fifth house Lord, Mercury's deity. On the other hand, you should also be making sure that you are doing the mantra Kleem Krishna Kleem. Very important mantra. Kleem Krishna Kleem for the whole of eclipse. If you keep doing Kleem Krishna Kleem, Kleem Krishna Kleem, very very auspicious for you. You will get lot of power from Lord Krishna during this time. So hopefully, uh, just take these precautions. Pregnant ladies, do not go out of the house. Do not use any kind of things like knife, any needles, anything to sewing machine, any fork also don't use during this time. Just don't, no eating of food in the lunar eclipse time. No, cover all the foods. Take shower before and after. So all these general precautions which I have discussed in the beginning of the video, do that and you will be pleasant. It's not something very aggressive like how astrologers. I was listening to this guy, Rohit. He's telling that, lunar eclipse coming. You are going to, what disaster is coming. Every time it happens, man. It is not like it is happening like for the first time in the world. Yeah, so lunar eclipse is a challenging period for mind to make the right decision. So just because moon gets afflicted, so solar eclipse is the time that soul wise, something very big transformative thing happens to the soul. Sun is the soul, so be careful. All the best. Um, Hopefully, this eclipse will be just like another day. So don't worry about it. For Gemini ascendant people, Rohitji, here eclipse is going to influence especially your home environment, anything that is related to your home, to your mother, to your residence. There can be some unexpected, changes in the area related to family members, their behavior or residence. In fact, this is also the time when something hidden can come out in your family, which will not be pleasant. What should we do? we should be we should first of all calm down. The mind has the power to control everything. During lunar eclipse is what moon gets afflicted under Ketu, and this is where your mind also gets afflicted by illusion. Rahu and Ketu are the planet of illusion. The more spiritual you are, the more awesome and more positive you are, the eclipse will go. The more negligent you are, you will have some trouble during this time. Any property related items, any investments in car, anything in such areas of life should be avoided during this time. 24th, 25th, and 26th, 3 days, not to make any investment in property, cars, vehicles, anything related to uh, these things should be avoided, because that is where the whole focus of the eclipse is in your chart. On the other hand, this also represents one's root. This is the time to ask your parents, your grandparents about where do you come from, what is your roots, what are the Ishta Devis, how is your lineage working on. You will get very good answers during this time. But overall, make sure that in the property and in the car area, do not make any major decisions. All the pregnant ladies, all the pregnant women, all the pregnant girls should not step out of the house. They should be in complete darkness protection, because the rays that, that can affect you, the negative energy can affect you. This is also the time that lot of evil is unleashed. So what happens is the moon and the sun protects us by giving light to us, right? Here, when it becomes gets into darkness, this is the time lot of preta yoni is very active, because they have no fear of any moon or sun or light. In darkness they can do very very good things. And it is 5 hours of darkness that is going to happen during this eclipse. Depending on the area location where you are, it can be afflicted, not afflicted. So for that, in the beginning of the video, we have discussed all the places where eclipse is happening. So uh, all the pregnant ladies, take precaution. Don't use knife, don't use anything. Blood should not come out. Those people who take regular injections and stuff like that, try to avoid during this period. And The mantra is Kleem Krishna Kleem for Gemini ascendant people. All the best. Hope this lunar eclipse is just a day, like every day that passes. You know, if you're going through Moon and Ketu Antardasha Mahadasha, then this will be a little bit more aggressive on you. It is showing. Many people are talking to me and saying a mind is going crazy, very very emotionally. They are going up and down. It is just because of the eclipse that is going to happen. So energy is going in that area. All the best, Gemini. Do subscribe. I know many of you come, you watch, sometime you forget to subscribe, or you do not give that importance. But it is very important. If you do, it is going to bring a lot of positivity and good luck in our life, and we together can be on this journey. All the best. For Cancer ascendant people, here, third house is where the eclipse is happening. So many things, very important house. First of all, many people, Cancer ascendant, would feel a lot of demotivated during this time. Like right now, they are feeling demotivated because Moon is going to enter into Virgo now and attain a lot of degrees, and then it is going to come in close conjunction with Ketu, and the eclipse will happen on 25th of March. Now, this depression or this thing is very temporary, so don't take anything on your heart. Short distance travels, siblings, misunderstandings in communication could be the major things that will be affected during this time. This time is the time that relates to caution in communication, you in siblings, in your courage. Put the you will not feel courageous. You will feel very very scared to take any step. So make sure that do not. There is no need also to take show courage in this time. From 24th to 26th, be down, be a little bit quiet. This is also the time. This is also the house that relates to your immediate neighborhood. In fact, your immediate exactly your neighbor who's seeing next to you, that environment is also ruled by the third house. So here also there is caution required, not to get into arguments with neighbors, not to get into any kind of what we say, um, fights, disputes. These kind of things should be avoided. Don't bring up any past topic during 24th, 25th, and 26th of this month. Just be quiet. Don't say anything. That is what is required by all the Cancer ascendant people. No major communication. Anything that can wait. That means if there is any job acceptance or job application, or anything that has to do with your some kind of company formation. Third house is a house of signing contracts. Anything where you can delay for 2 3 days, you should delay, and it will be a better thing to do during the eclipse. Your mind can take wrong decisions because of the illusion it is under. All the best, Cancer ascendant people. Hope you will love this eclipse, and it will be a transformative energy for you. To make sure that you get more benefit out of this uh, eclipse, you should do the mantra Kleem Krishna Kleem. Very important. Krishna is Chandravanshi. Yeah? So Krishna, Lord Krishna will help you. Lord Vishnu will help you too much. On the other hand, pregnant ladies, not to touch anything in your kitchen, not to eat anything, not to cut, not to use knife, not to use any kind of pins, wins, this, that, nothing. No blood should come out. There should be no biting of nails, and then this comes out and blood comes out. Nothing. Just be very attentive and vigilant during this time. All the best. There is a lot of details in the beginning of the video if you have a few questions. And those who are watching for the first time, I know Cancer Ascendant people are the most generous ones and they have subscribed the most. So thank you so much for this beautiful gesture. And those who have not subscribed and coming for the first time, or maybe came earlier but forgot by mistake, just subscribe so that we can be in touch always. Leo ascendant people. So for Leo ascendant people, this eclipse will be happening in the second house of finances, investments, possessions, fixed assets, values, and speech. Here, this is a very important time to reevaluate your financial goals and make adjustment to your budget. This is the time of overspending. You can spend extra money and then you will say, "Oh, why the hell did I do it?" So keep this is the time that you should keep your credit cards, debit cards, everything aside. Just have little bit of cash, very limited cash in your pocket, and move out of the house. Otherwise, uh, not move off the house in the sense during the eclipse, not to do that, but before like 24th and 26th, if you're going anywhere outside, mall wall, this and that, don't try to spend extra. This is the time that pocket can become a little bit weak. Now, anything that is personal assets also, that means if you have gold, you want to sell it, if you have something that you're selling, you should avoid during this time because it may bring you bad luck. On the other hand, any wealth accumulation wise, you want to do some kind of investments during this 24th, 25th, and 26th of March, you should not consider any big investments because this can create little bit disturbance in your life. Now, eating habits is very important, and eating of non-veg during this time has to be avoided at every possible cost because your second house is ruled by currently has moon, and the eighth house has sun. Both are afflicted, though you that means your body, soul, as well as your mind, everything is weak, and there can be instances or possibilities of food poisoning and things like that, which may make you go to hospital. Because remember, moon is also the lord of the 12th house, which rules hospital, mental asylum, and jail. Legally also, this time your second house is house of speech and actions. Don't be physical with someone, don't hit someone. Like, these things can happen, your mind is afflicted, which can take you to the jail also during this time. Speech pay control. Make sure your speech is completely under control. This is the time that you can speak something out of your mind. Are you out of your mind? Yeah, have you heard this? That this is what happens when Ketu and Moon are sitting together and Moon is under eclipse. You say, "Are you out of your mind? What are you saying?" This is the reaction that you can get. So this time, being silent and doing the mantra Clean Krishna Clean is going to be one of the most positive things to do. And on top of that, pregnant ladies not to go out of the house, old, very old, vulnerable people not to go out of the house, cover your house, make sure you do not do any cutting, chopping, sewing, anything that uses needles or anything sharp object, nothing. Just be on your bed, just sit down in a very nice northeast corner and do Om Kleem, Kleem Krishna Kleem, Kleem Krishna Kleem. This is the mantra. And on top of that, take a shower before and after the eclipse. You can go to drikpanchang.com and figure out that where, in what part of world you are and what is the timing of eclipse, and you will get beautiful, you know, you can make a beautiful routine for that day. All the best, Leo ascendant people. I am also Leo, so I also have to take care of all these kind of things. I have subscribed to this channel, so if you also subscribe to this channel, it will be a great help from your side. Thank you so much. Moving on to Virgo ascendant people, Rohitji, lunar eclipse is happening in the ascendant. The most affected ascendant of all the 12s is Virgo ascendant because of the affliction in the Lagna. And Lagna means ascendant has the ruling, it is ruling all the aspects of your life. It is ruling everything related to yourself, your personality, your physical appearance, your traits, your character, your temperament, your health, vitality, general outlook of your life, and especially what and how you want to project yourself in this big wide world is what the first house is all about. So Ruji, with transits, we also keep learning about the houses and what they, what signifies and stuff like that, which will add a lot of more value to everyone who's listening and who's trying to learn astrology as well. Now here, first house is where it afflicts. So that means number one thing that will afflict is your mind. Your decision making power during this time will be at the most vulnerable side. So big decisions should not be made during this time. It can create some kind of problem, it can create some kind of trouble in your life. No big decisions in career, in health, in any relation should be done 24th, 25th, and 26th of March. Everything should be avoided at every cost. Okay, Rohitji. It is also the time that self-care and introspection will be the major thing that will come to you. Suddenly you will realize that I am only caring for other people. What about me, my personal happiness? And this is what you should be working here after this eclipse. Like how we get clean, before the eclipse we take shower, after the eclipse we take shower. Another scientific reason is that, Rohiji, when eclipse happen, the light of the moon and the sun is not coming to the earth. And because of that, what happens is that the germs multiply at 10, 15 times more level than what it should be. This is why we say that don't eat food. Scientifically, this is also said. But other than said, it is said that negative energy comes, so should not eat food, or we should be covering the food, not to keep anything outside, keep it in the fridge, keep it hidden. In earlier days, Rohiji, there was a complete blackout in the house. There used to be complete black. No light should come in from outside, so that it brings any kind of it brings the vessel to bring any kind of problems in your house. So this is what should be done, Virgo ascendant people. On the other hand, pregnant woman, anyone who's pregnant, no cutting, chopping, sewing, nothing, no sharp object to be used. Older people should not go out of the house. Younger kids than less than 1 year old should not go out of the house. These are the things that you should be taking complete precaution on. And the mantra Kleem Krishna Kleem should be common for all the 12 ascendants, and you should do it so that there is lot of invocation of Lord Krishna, and he will bless you during this time and create a shield around you so nothing happens to you. All the best, Virgo ascendant people. Hopefully this is going to be a positive kind of outcome after the eclipse. Things are going to be very good. Is there is going to be solar eclipse happening in your seventh house, which will target your relationship area, for which we will make another video and discuss in detail. But otherwise, all the best, man. There is going to be some positive news also coming for all of you. So all the Virgo ascendant people who are watching, do subscribe, become a part of our family members, and do comment below, subscribe. And if you have any questions related to lunar eclipse during this time, what is happening, there is a lot of things which I've answered in the beginning of the video. But if you need to know more, anything more, just comment below, and we will get back to you with the answers. All the best. Moving on to Libra ascendant people. When we talk about Libra ascendant people, the eclipse is happening in a very, very transformative house, the 12th house. This is the time. This is the house, Rohiji, very important house, 12th houses. It is the house of endings. It is the house of ending things. That's why, spirituality comes in the end only for everyone, not before that. Something when ends in your life, spirituality comes to you. This is the house that is also associated with losses, expenses, isolation, foreign land, spirituality, and liberation. Now, the major factor of moon getting into during this eclipse, getting afflicted, is going to impact those people who are in foreign countries. Loneliness, isolation in foreign countries will be very, 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 very disheartening for the people. I know, Luigi, I came across a chart, very, very difficult chart of Libra ascendant person. Their parents gave me the chart of someone who did something wrong to themselves, like poisoning because of some love affair or something. Now, Rohitji, what happens is when mind is not in control, we take all kind of stupid decisions in life. And this house is the house, and they had moon here in the 12th house, but not Ketu. So I can relate, but Ketu is here, so that means double affliction, Rohitji. Now what happened is that this is the house of hidden enemies and subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind will be more powerful than your own decision making or mind power. So that's why during this time, not to take any decisions which can make you or put you or in spots related to your court cases, into some prison, into some hospital, into something doing like taking some kind of drugs or something. Not at all. Don't do anything like this during this time. In fact, Libra ascendant people should not even drink or eat non-veg also during this time, because food poisoning and things like that can also happen, because your sixth house is also afflicted. Can you see there that Rahu is there and Sun is also inside in that house, and very soon you're going to be going into a solar eclipse.
Lots of people during, especially on the day of holiday, all these things like
Um,
bhang and liquor, so
exactly.
they must stay away.
Yeah. So that is the problem, Rohitji. That is a very big problem. Now, another thing which we see here is another challenge that is related to spirituality. This is the time to do forcefully be spiritual. Not Libra ascendant people are generally very spiritual people. They are very, very God fearing people. They love God and they embrace God and they do a lot of Shiva Aradhana, Shiva Puja, because Saturn is the Yoga Karka planet here. But Rohitji, here we need to make sure that during this time forcefully there is little bit of spirituality in your life, because it is happening in the house of your spiritual liberation as well as moksha. During this time, doing the mantra Kleem Krishna Kleem, Kleem, Kleem Krishna Kleem, is and will bring you lot of happiness, lot of protection, lot of mindfulness it will bring you. This is the most vulnerable time for all the people to come under a lot of emotional stress, divorces, struggle, trouble related to your relationships. So, this is the time to go inward and just do small meditations, not to take bigger steps in life, especially those in foreign countries or those who are applying for any visa on these days 24th, 25th and 26th should avoid not to do any such stuff. Let moon leave here and enter into Libra, do whatever you want to do after that, not now. This is what is important for all the people. This is the time your intuition, or you can have some near what you say, paranormal activities can happen around you or yourself or loved ones. There can be some instances where you say, oh, I saw something, I saw a dream, I saw something, I deja vu and stuff like that can happen because your mind is afflicted, and 12th house is the house of your subconscious mind as well. Hidden enemies can create trouble to you, so do not trust anyone, do not share your secrets during this time with anyone. Clean Krishna clean is the mantra. No using of knife, no using of sharp objects during the Grahan, during the eclipse. In the beginning of the video, I've discussed about the timing of the eclipse and stuff like that. No using of sharp objects. Taking shower before and after eclipse is very good. If you want to do clean Krishna clean, good. Otherwise, Om Namah Shivaya is also awesome for you. You are connected to Lord Shiva, and doing the puja of Lord Shiva is biggest thing that you can do in your life. On the other hand, positivity wise, spiritually, those who are active people will have a very divine intervention by God in some or the other way, that you may feel God with you. So it is positive, little bit more negative, but little bit positive as well. Sometimes darkness is what we after darkness, what happens, when we go in the darkness, really fear happens. And when fear happens, we go towards God only, because we know that there is only one person who can bring us out of fear, and that is the Holy Lord Himself. So all the best. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for appointments, and those who are not subscribed, do subscribe so that we can be a part of each other and we can have a very beautiful relationship. Moving on to Scorpio ascendant people, very transformative ascendant. This ascendant is all about hidden things, and here very importantly, the eclipse is going to be happening in the 11th house for you, which is the house of your social circles, your friendships, your income gains, fulfillment of desires. This is the time that the number one thing that you have to be careful about is your social interaction. 11th house is the place where your networking, your colleagues, your little bit business partners are also seen in some or the other way. This is the time that you should not indulge into any kind of arguments or any kind of demands. This is the time to just be quiet and let 24th, 25th and 26th of March pass. There is going to be lot of, you have to be careful in the areas, and I will repeat everything, areas related to your gains, incomes, fulfillment of desire. That means goal setting. During this time you have to be careful to put realistic goal, either for yourself or either for someone else if someone works under you. There is also the time of friends and social circles to be very careful and not to be uh, you know uh, not to be judgmental or say something rude about anyone. This is not the right time. It's about aspirations, hopes, and the capacity to realize dreams and how society benefits from one's existence. This is also the thing where people are into humanitarian act, politics, lot big businessmen who also deal with the government a lot. This is the time to be introvert or introspective. Don't give your perspective on a higher level. Just be quiet for 3 days, not to make any major decisions in the area related to your social. Sometimes we say, okay, you know what, I am getting an idea, or I have this problem, let me call up someone and ask them. Now what will happen? See, this is the house of communication also, because the Lord is Mercury and it is the Lord of your communication. So what happens is that in communication you will say something so wrong which will be used against you. That is why your mind is not in your power, right? That's why you have to be quiet during this time. Okay. All the best, Scorpio ascendant people. There is a mantra called Kleem Krishna Kleem, KLEM KRISHNA Krishna Kleem, KLEM. This should be recited during the eclipse time. Wherever you are staying in the world, go to drikpanchang.com. You will find that where the eclipse is happening, and there you will be able to, what we say, there you will be able to find out that this is the time that you need to do this mantra chanting. This eclipse is happening for 5 hours complete, for a lot of big time. During that time, not to eat anything, not to cook anything, not to cut anything, not to use any sharp objects, pregnant ladies not to move out of the house, and general precautions that your elders advise according to your lineages about uh, eclipse should be followed. And there is the appointment links for everyone who wants to talk to me, 4034931188. On top of that, if there is anything that I would request personally for you to do for me as a dan during the eclipse, is to subscribe. Do good deeds, help us also to grow. And thank you so much. All the best. Moving on to Sagittarius ascendant people. Now, for Dhanu Lagna, number one area of your concern should be your career, public image, authority. Everything related to these places is where Grahan is happening. That means 24th, 25th, and 26th, no demand in office. No, none kind of things where you say that, okay, listen, I want this raise, I want that, I want this, not, I'm not happy, write some kind of argumentative mails, do arguments with your seniors. Nothing in that area should be done, because it will create or change your professional life. There can be also layoffs during this time, sorry to say, but so some people of Sagittarius ascendant may find a little bit of more vulnerable time during this time, because especially Rohitji, the fourth house is also afflicted during this time with Sun and Rahu. That means your inner peace will be disturbed, and inner peace only gets disturbed when your career is at stake. So if you see areas related to career, profession, reputation, social status, ambitions, achievements, authority, and father are the areas where this Grahan will affect the most. So in these areas of life, you have to be extremely careful. With father also, no argument, nothing related to. In fact, health of father should also be taken care. You are very much required to do the mantra, that is Kleem Krishna Kleem, during this time. And also you're very much required to help someone in the work area if possible during this time. Like if you are a boss, if you are in a very higher position during this time, you can help people who are just under you. This will also mitigate the effect of this eclipse. Okay. Now, some basic common things. Pregnant ladies not to go out of the house. Pregnant ladies or gents or whoever not to cut, chop, use sharp objects. During this time, food should be covered. Food should not be consumed. Alcohol and meat should not be consumed during this time, because that will attract more negative energy in your life. This is what are the basic things that you need to do. Travel wise also, if something is required, only travel, otherwise you should not travel. Overall, our purvaja or our ancestors always gave lot of importance to eclipse Grahan, and we also should give it during this time, because we are also, we are maybe in a very modern time, but the planets are the same. They are the same. They will give you the same effects. Do a lot of charity during this time. 24th, 25th, and 26th March. No big decisions in the area related to your work. All the best. Hope you take all the precautions. Do the mantra Kleem Krishna Kleem, and do Lord Shiva Puja also. Those who want to do Om Namah Shivaya Jap, that they also can do, because when moon gets afflicted, Lord Shiva is Also, Lord Shiva gives a lot of blessings because he moon resides on the head of Lord Shiva. So that also can be done. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. On top of that, if you want to subscribe and help us grow, thank you. That is a very, very big gesture from your side. Do write subscribe so that we can acknowledge this and we can thank you for doing it. Capricorn ascendant people, the eclipse is going to happen in the ninth house for you now, and third house later when Sun comes in close conjunction with Rahu on 8th of April. But today we are talking about lunar eclipse that is happening on 25th of March, just now, 3 days to go. The eclipse could affect your beliefs, higher education, or travel plans. You should reconsider long term goals or pursue new avenues of learning. This is the time. And I would suggest that long term goals can be seen, okay, that I want to do this and that and whatnot. And this is also the time to sit back and think about that. What are the areas where I need lot of learning? What are the areas where I need to improve? This is what is the positive side of this aspect. On the other side, this ninth house represents many things, especially higher education. There can be some kind of hiccup in the higher education area. You can decide right now, but don't take any action. Applications or stuff, if it is deadline, do it. If not, then just hold on for 24th, 25th, and 26th. There will be some mistake and things will delay and you will not be able to get the best benefit out of it. Anything that has to do with philosophy, keep your philosophy to yourself. Don't share your philosophy with other people, because this is the time that, because your mind is not in your control, you can act fanatic. You can act a lot of fanatic, that saying that, okay, no, my religion is the best, not yours, and this can create little bit of trouble in faith, in what we say, in belief system, and you, someone or the opposite party can fight with you, and we do not need anything on the name of religion or on the name of dharma. Nothing. Don't fight. On the other hand, this house also says about long distance travel or pilgrimages. During this time, if you have planned a long distance travel, be very cautious to take a long distance travel, because it can create some unnecessary hindrances. Or on the other hand, there can also be possibility of cancellation of long distance plans during this time, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The area where you have to be careful is related to your higher education, philosophy, religion, law, anything to do with law and order, ethics. Be very ethical during this time. Unethical people will be easily exposed. Long distance travel, it is also the time of luck. Your luck will not be working in your favor, so more hard work has to be done during this time. And this is also the house of your father. So somehow, father also, you have to be careful, the health of father, or maybe arguments with father. Now, some common things that you need to do as other ascendants are doing is the number one mantra chanting of Kleem. Kleem Krishna Kleem. Kleem Krishna, Krishna Kleem Kleem. It is very important. Krishna is Chandravanshi. During this time when moon is afflicted, Krishna can give him more power. And your moon, in whichever house it is sitting, transit it is sitting here only, but in whichever house it is sitting, it will be more powerful and you will not get so much negative effects of the eclipse. On top of that, very important things for the pregnant ladies, not to go out of the house. Vulnerable, very young children, less than 1 year old, not to go out of the house. Older people who are very old, those who go on walk and all, take a break for 3 days, and don't take on, especially on 25th of March, take a break. I know it is holy, you guys will be playing and stuff like that, but check which is the sutak. Not, there is no sutak in India, but if there is any other place where you are in Germany or stuff like that, in Eastern Russia or Russia parts, there you can get some kind of visibility of this, as well as more effect of this. So be careful. On the other hand, on a larger level, spirituality wise, ninth house is very important. So spirituality wise, you will be blooming this time. Spiritually, you will be doing excellent, but keep your belief system to yourself. Do not impose it on other people, which can create some problem during this time. All the best, Capricorn ascendant people. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe, share your blessings with us. I know many older people are there. I got one message from very beautiful old couple. They said, ki, sir, you say to subscribe, we don't know how to make account on Gmail, on YouTube. So how we subscribe? Because we clicking that button, it says create account, but we don't have money to create account. I told them it is free. You do not need money to create account. So such kind of people who give us so much love, they are really like This blessing only we have, right, Ruiji? What do we else have in this world? So thank you so much. I touch all your feet who are elder to me and take your blessings. For Aquarius ascendant people, the lunar eclipse will happen on 25th of March in the 8th house. Very, very extreme, intense house is where the eclipse is happening. Especially, this is the house of very big transformations. Very big transformation. This is the time, also the house of investments and insurance and shared resources, intimacy, psychological transformation. So, very, very important place where eclipse is happening, and all the Aquarius ascendant people may be feeling a little bit of transformative and changing energy within themselves from past few days, as well as Moon is going to approach Ketu. They are supposed to be going through this. Yes, man, we are feeling like this. This is what is happening. Now here, 8th house is also called the Mrityu Bhava. That means the place of death. It is not the Mrityu Bhava relates to death. It is the Mrityu of your habits. It is regeneration of your life is what this house means. This is also the house related to transformation, inheritance, hidden, and hidden matters. It is about the occult also, astrology, numerology, vastu, and things like that. This is related to sexuality, mysteries, and everything that is hidden or taboo. During this time, the major influence in the area of transformation. This is the time that you have to be extremely careful. Do not do drugs. Do not do anything related to psychedelic experience. Just in this holy, do not take bhang and all. It can play with your mind. Some people I know, Roichi, I'm just giving a normal. I'm not trying to scare you. Not about Aquarius ascendant. That bhang they take. Some people can digest it very nice. Some people go mad after taking bhang. They go mad really. In that the smoking thing, what we call ganja, nothing happens. No one goes mad. But in bhang, some people go mad because it is a very intense kind of a drug or a narcotic. So you should not do it.
I think
Some
this is the common for all that we strongly suggest that stay away from all kind of drugs, whatever it is in the life, smallest to smallest and bigger to biggest. Stay away from
no,
that.
so
This is the
Roji,
suggestion.
those who take tea and coffee, that is also drugs. So
That is
taking
also yes.
taking bhang is not a what you say. It's not a. It's I told you, it is the house of hidden and taboo. It's not a taboo in the Hindu culture. Hindu culture, bhang is a very very important thing put on Lord Shiva, but
Mm.
appropriately taking during the time of Holi and all, little bit if for so enjoyment it's okay. But what people do nowadays, a lot of chemical they mix and they make you go high and stuff like that. That will was creates problem. Now taking alcohol in very moderate amount in some times of the year or sometimes of the days is okay. Huh? Everything when taken in control is okay because life is for enjoyment, right, Rohiji? These things add enjoyment. But during this time, especially for Aquarius ascendant people, this is the 8th house related to regeneration and transformation. So we don't want hidden enemies. What is this? Can be your hidden enemy that you may do something wrong after it and which will put you into prison, which will put you into imprisonment, which will create some losses, sudden ups and downs in your life related to finances. During this time, also not make sure that you do not any what we say, Rohiji, do not invest your money somewhere. No talking about inheritance about anyone. If there is any court case going on during this time, if you can be quiet, the quieter the better. This is what is required for all the Aquarius ascendant people. But it is a time of transformation. Out of all the ascendants, you are the chosen one that will have big transformation. That means your mind will completely come across a very new concept of life, and you will be loving that concept now on. So those who are going through Moon and Ketu Dasha, to oh, Mercury also Dasha, Mercury, Moon, Ketu Dasha, any three Mahadashas are going on, there is going to be a major transformation that is going to happen in your life. And I hope it comes for the best. Many people who are in addiction can leave their addiction also during this time because it is a very powerful time to take, self action. All the best because it is the house of regeneration, right? To regenerate the thing is what is the 8th house rules. So all the best. I hope that this brings you positivity more than negativity, but cautious. On the other hand, there is one simple thing that you need to do is clean Krishna clean, KLEEM Krishna clean. This is what should be done. And Lord Shiva also, Om Namah Shivaya, or Lord Shiva, put the jal in the morning before the eclipse starts to Lord Shiva, then take a shower, then don't go out of the house. Pregnant ladies, make sure that you do not, use anything sharp, objects to cut vegetables, this, that. Be relaxed. 5 hours, you can just stay relaxed. Don't cook food, don't eat food, don't put food outside, don't put food in glass containers, keep everything hidden, keep your curtains down, be safe, just sit and meditate during this time. Don't to do sadhana, go and do Mahalakshmi sadhana also during this time. You will get a lot of Mahalakshmi's blessing. Say so the word Shreem, because Venus is a yoga karka planet in your chart. Shreem, Shreem, Shreem. Get benefits of Mahalakshmi during this time. All the best. There's a WhatsApp link in the description. You click on it, you will be coming on the WhatsApp. We can discuss your chart in detail. And those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe, be a part of our family. Give me the opportunity to serve you, and all the best. Pisces ascendant people, Rohit ji. Here the eclipse is happening in a place which is the most difficult place of the world, the seventh house of relationships. Kauruji, this house of relationship is not only the house of relationship between spouse and husband and wife. It is also so it represents the other in life and encompassing all one-on-one relationship. It is you and your mother, you and your father, you and your sister, you and your brother, you and every relationship can be seen from the seventh house itself. You and your partner, you when you go to a shop to buy something, exactly the opposite other in life. The guy who's sitting, you're making 1 minute relationship with him, giving him money, taking money back. That is also seventh house. Very important house. Here, the number one focus during this time of eclipse should be on relationships, partnerships, and open enemies. This is the time that in here there can be some problem or misunderstandings that can happen. Now, this is the time to focus on fostering balance and harmony in your one-on-one connections. Especially, Rohitji, this pertains to marriage, partnerships, and business associations and public dealings. It represents other in life, including open enemies. During this time, make sure that no, you don't give anyone a chance to come into any conversation or any discussion or argument with you. Not the other person should not come into any argument and discussion with you. Whenever Ketu and Moon will be afflicted, the body, the water system in the body, and especially the water system of the urinal infection can be seen during this time for all the Pisces ascendant people. Many of those who are going through or major affliction or going through Moon Dasha, Ketu Dasha can see something like UTI, urinary tract infection, or dehydrations, or any kind of problem like excessive weakness also can be seen for all the Pisces ascendant people. But overall, in a positive way, this is the time to embrace and work on your relationships. Try to go inside you, go meditate and say that, what God, you have given me so many good relationships. How do I protect it? How do I embrace it? This is what is required for you to do during this eclipse, because this is the time darkness is there, and when darkness is there, God is very, very much active. This is the time Preta Yoni is very active, because there is darkness. So Preta Yoni, what they does, Rohitji, is that they come out immediately, try to possess people and stuff like that. This is what I've read. So this is the time God is also very active. He says, okay, Grahan is happening, I have to now take charge. So God is very active. All the Tridevs are very active, and as soon as we pray during this time, the communication is much faster than normal days. That's why always it says that during Grahan, do meditation, during Grahan, do mantra chanting, because your message to God will reach at a very, very higher speed than normal days. Because he's watching for you that, okay, everything is good, right? No problem is happening, right? Because my king and the queen, the two bigger planets of the solar system are in affliction at the moment. So I want to make sure that everything, my creation, is safe. This is what God says. So all the best to all the Pisces ascendant people. I hope that there is one common thing that you should do, which I told all the ascendant people, is the mantra Kleem Krishna Kleem. Very important mantra. Whenever moon will be affected, Kleem Krishna Kleem, and whenever sun will be affected, Vishnu Sahasranam should be done, because Vishnu is Surya Narayan Bhagwan. Vishnu, Surya, sun stays in the eyes of Vishnu, moon also stays in the eyes of Vishnu, but moon is represented by Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna Kleem will bring you a lot of happiness, lot of success during this time. All the best. Those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. There is a WhatsApp link in the description. Do contact on WhatsApp if you want to. Till then, thank you, Rohitji. All the best to you also for this eclipse.
Thank you very much. And this eclipse is happening on the day of Holi after 100 years. So this is a rare event, and we tell you everything about all 12 ascendants. We told you remedy, claim Krishna, claim, keep chanting, claim Krishna, claim. And I hope this lunar eclipse will bring transformation to all the 12 ascendants in their respective houses where they are happening. Thank you very much, Kashji, for your deep research, and thanks to all the family members of AC Astro to touching these 42,000 family members we are now.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much, and we hope that by next month we are 50,000 family members. Keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep blessing. Thank you, Akashji. Thank you very much. We'll
Thank
meet
you.
you in some next video. Till then, Jai Shri
Jai Shri
Ram.
Ram,
Jai
Jai Hanuman, Jai
Jai
Mata Di, Jai
Namah
Mahalakshmi,
Shivaya. Jai
Namah Shivaya.
Mahalakshmi.